Hello and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy Plays Kerbal Space Program. So I'm getting in line to... I have my maneuver node set up. It's a fairly short burn, fortunately, and what we're trying to do now is match the orbital plane with Minmus so that we can hopefully get a really good shot at it. Or her, or whatever particular pronouns that he, she, it, zer, zam, blimmer, therm, chooses. Sorry, I've been kind of mystified by the whole pronoun thing. What can I say? So, without any desire to really be controversial about it, it's just something that I'm kind of like, okay, that's cool. I have no opinion one way or another. Okay, so we begin our burn. Alright. Fortunately, we have a little bit more torque control while the engines are running. A fact that I have not yet quite understood, personally. Okay, and cut the engines. Smaller adjustments. Smaller adjustments. Oh, we're trying to... Oh god, it's so wobbly. And a lot of that wobbly has to do with the position of the inline control wheel, or inline reaction wheel. Because since it's... the torque is based around that, all the other pieces follow it, and leads to some interesting results most of the time, so you just kind of have to do the best that you can. Although, I've seen one of these nav balls, like, that's at the bottom here. I've seen one in real life, and it doesn't... not ones that had, like, the blue and the brown on it to kind of indicate exactly what's going on with this one, but they're floating in, like, this, I guess, mineral oil suspension. I'm not entirely certain. But what I do know is that they're super neat, and my granddad got one from the war. So, which war? I don't know if I should say, actually, but he's dead now. So it's sad, but it's been that way for a while, so not that sad, I guess. Yeah, well, weirdly morbid segment there. Sorry about that, but yeah, basically. It's floating in like this mineral oil suspension, and it's supposed to be reactive to both magnetic field and gravity, which makes a lot of sense whenever you think about it, given what it is it's trying to actually portray. God, I hate this. Alright, we are... yeah, okay, there we go. That is a Minmus encounter. So we can make that work. It might be a little iffy, but we can make it work. Let me see. Maybe if we do a little bit of this... will give us a little bit of a wider encounter, I'm hoping. Let's go like so. No, less of an encounter. Okay. If you say so. Oh, God. Sometimes I hate this thing. You can control it by kind of tugging on these, but I don't know if that's even much better of a sort of control point there. Yeah, we're just keeping right up with it, aren't we? Alright, so let's stick with that one right there. That's a 30-second burn, which I believe we have more than enough fuel for. So, famous last words and all that. We're going to go for it. So, let's go ahead and line this up, and then we have 30 minutes before we hit the node. We'll speed up time just a teensy bit. We have RCS on now. And... okay, we want it to slow down a little bit. Okay, and then we turn RCS off now. And there we go. Okay, we just about nailed it positioning-wise, so we'll zoom through time here. Time and space. So, because that's an important distinction to make, I think. I have no idea. Don't ask me. I am not a doctor or a Gallifreyan. Let's see. Okay. On our way to the point, on our way to the node. It was basically... whoa! Okay, that was very strange for a second there. I don't know exactly what was going on with my speed, per se. But now we begin our firing to hit Minmus, hopefully. So is the plan. So, let's just try to keep it on this marker, naturally. It's always a little tough. It does like to fidget a little bit, because if you're off just a tiny bit, that will alter exactly what it is you need to be doing. Oh, okay, and we're at under, or we're just at about 80. Okay, I'm trying to maneuver back to the node here. Let's go ahead and... oh, our main rocket is dead. That's fine. That's totally fine. Okay. Now, the big concern I have is that the rockets we have for landing are actually going to be too powerful. It's not impossible, but fortunately, I think we can kind of make it work. I'll have to see if, like, fine controls will actually work in the process of landing on Minmus. Since the gravity is so much less on there, and it's so much smaller, and we only need like 100 meters a second in speed to achieve orbit, that basically means that, you know, even compared to the moon, it's like landing on the moon compared to Kerbin as Minmus is to the moon. Almost. I don't know if that's like an intended scale or even a very correct statement, but it basically requires extremely little force to actually nail a good landing there. So let's go to our map. We do not quite have enough, so we're going to extend just a little bit and hopefully get our... We're kind of winging it at this point. Okay, there we go. We've got our very tiny Minmus encounter, which is good enough for me. As long as we actually have a Minmus encounter, that's what's important. So, and then we can slow it down as much as we need to, catch up in orbit, and then make it work from there. And we have just enough fuel to maybe pretend that we can do that. So, let's see how it actually turns out, shall we? So, we're time warping now. I'm gonna catch up very quickly. And we're only... Geez, time flies whenever you're trying to coordinate axes and orbits and stuff. It's very cool. Very cool. Alright, we're gonna need to be ready to slow down very quickly here. Alright, whoa, alright. Here's our Minmus encounter now. And we got 6 minutes before we hit periapsis, so that's plenty of time to adjust. And then hopefully be able to catch this little thing. There's a mod that turns it into kind of a comet, which is pretty cool. It makes it look very pretty and all of that, but you know, I don't have that mod installed. I always get torn because sometimes I want to like install the visual mods. Like I've discussed this in plenty of other videos, my kind of love-hate relationship with the modding and the mod community in general, where it's like I think a lot of mods are just basically fixing problems that aren't there because, you know, they're bored. And that's nothing personal against the modders. I think it's pretty incredible what they do overall. However, you know, it's just not my cup of tea. What can I say? There's just nothing else to it, really. So, this isn't working. I just want to point that out really quick. Let's see. There we go. Have faith, and you shall achieve orbit. Alright, we're going to go match up with Apoapsis here. It's going to take a whole day to cross this. This is how weak the gravity is in regards to Minmus, which is just ridiculous. It's absolutely redonkulitis or something. I don't know. Making up words. Let's go ahead and do that, and we'll go ahead and line everything up. Ah, crap, we're running out of monopropellant. That's okay. We've done well without monopropellant, and we're about to get a lot more maneuverable once we kick this huge fuel tank that we have on. Let's go ahead and... Every time that explosion goes off, I get very concerned. Okay, and then... But it's just the sound of the main rocket not having fuel, which we've established quite some time ago, so no big deal there, basically. Alright, there we go. Alright, a little under 10k, that's fine. Still no atmosphere to worry about, so not a big deal. Hopefully not any major mountains to worry about. However, I think that's probably a non-issue as well. Whoa, Jesus. So as you get closer to bodies in space, they do tend to pull you faster and faster, so your speed goes up exponentially as you get closer to your periapsis. That's just fun physics and stuff. So it's not that hard to imagine, I imagine. So I imagine, you imagine, we all imagine. Okay, and we are almost at periapsis. I want to get to about a minute, and then we're going to close this ring down to another 10k. Okay. Oh, we still had RCS on. Damn it. I hope I'm not wasting monopropellant whenever I'm doing the fast bits, but it also kills all of your like momentum that you may or may not have in one direction or another, so probably not anything to worry about. Okay. That is to say, there's nothing to adjust. You can kind of cheat and use time warp to, like if you got a crazy spin going on or something like that, you can totally time warp and it'll just stop it entirely for you. I don't, again, being the weirdly play-by-the-rules guy that I am, I don't like doing things like that. I think it's weird, and I don't have any particular preference for it whenever I could be trying to surmount some sort of bizarre challenge myself. But that's me. So, okay. And we're going to have just enough fuel to pull this off, I imagine. And then what we're going to do is try to find a good landing spot. And hope we can actually land. Minmus is pretty rocky, even compared to the moon. Again, it's sort of a scalar thing, I suppose you could say. So, 10 under 10. Totally fine. Okay. And then we're going to turn prograde. And we're going to use our main engines here to slow down. And again, that's going to conserve a lot of our fuel. This is how I landed on the moon. In regards to like my ability to have a ton of fuel left over for taking off and leaving the planet again. So we're running a little bit low on monopropellant. Again, not a huge issue because we really just needed to turn the big, huge lugging thing around whenever we want to. So that's more or less the major issue that made all of that very necessary. Okay. And let me see. Let me go ahead and do a crew report. And that's not going to give us anything. Can we do, I don't know what all kind of stuff we can explore. Whoa! Whoa! Hold up. No! No, 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 no. This is bad. This is very bad. What's going on here? Why did that happen? Okay, that was extremely disturbing. I think I've discovered some sort of a maybe kind of micro bug with my monopropellant tank placement there, but basically suffice to say, he's not supposed to fly off like that. Okay, so we got our EVA report at least. We have a fairly limited amount of time to get back over here, and we just want to make sure we get this right. There's a little seam in the planet there. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, we flew past it. Okay. So yeah, I think my monopropellant tank placement was a bad idea. That's what happened there, essentially. So, okay. Okay. Alright. Also, my ability to perceive depth here is apparently not great. Okay. Whoa. Alright. Oh, that's not grab. There we go. Can we please? There we go. Board. Oh, that was only slightly terrifying. Okay, cool. So we have plenty of electric charge. What we're going to do is review stored data and transmit data. And then we'll do one science module up in space, observe mystery goo, and we'll keep that. Alright, and then we will start looking for a landing point. I wasn't paying attention to what biome we were over there either. Maybe I should have done that so I could have been able to tell maybe how many biomes we have to play with and all of that. We're still kind of going down, which is not necessarily a bad thing. We are heading towards periapsis. It just disturbs me intrinsically because anytime you're losing height, clearly you must be on the verge of death. So, okay, we're gonna turn this giant rocket party around a little bit. And yeah, we're on the sunny side. So we're going to start hopefully looking for a place where we can land without too much hassle. There we go. We are now aimed retrograde again. Okay, we'll turn off RCS. And yeah, so that's roughly the direction we're heading. You can see again, Minmus is not very even surfaced at all. In fact, there's probably a complete dearth of flat surfaces to land upon. So this could be very interesting and possibly bad. We will find out. So let's go ahead and... Nope, I can't zoom out enough to actually get a good bead on where we're headed or where we want to land. So, but we can go to map and see how much daytime we have left, which is a lot. I guess the flattest areas are going to be up here, and I don't particularly want to mess with my orbit any more than I have to, so we'll try to land on the rocky bits. Just because it's not as bad as it looks, really. Okay. And before I forget, let's go ahead and quick save. Hooray! Now, as long as I don't hit F9 to try to load up my quick save and kill the video, we should be fine. So, start taking your bets now, basically. So, yeah, as you can see, there's like little ice patches and stuff. I don't know if they actually have like slippy slidey mechanics or anything like that, but I have absolutely no intention of finding out. Let's go ahead and... No intention is not the same as won't find out by accident, so, you know, let's go like this, and wouldn't that be just a nightmare mechanic to have to deal with on top of, like, you know, landing a space shuttle? Whoa, whoa, so much fun. Okay, so, yeah, now we're killing our horizontal momentum. Very successfully, I might add. And then what we want to do is, well, I'll explain as we get there. So, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah, very slowly killing it with what fuel we have left in the big tanks. And then, yeah, we can see our little marker heading up. And then we will slowly turn. Very slowly turn. And try to see if we can chase it all the way to the top. And then right about here, we'll go ahead and let go of that. Alright, now we don't have to worry about that. It's going to go fly off into its own thing, I'm sure. Yep, there it goes. Later. Satellite lander debris. Oh man. I hope it doesn't spin around the planet and then come kill me. That'd be hilarious, but also possibly bad. So, whoa, we still have RCS on, so we've got crazy turn power at the moment. We'll have to watch for that. But, yeah. Now we're just going to slowly drift down to the planet's surface. So there's the sun. Our shadow will be over here somewhere. And we want to watch for that to help us figure out where we're going to land exactly. But for now, we're just going to time warp. We're gaining speed a lot slower than we do on the moon. So this is either going to be really easy or just unexpectedly difficult for reasons I don't know. Because I've never landed on Minmus before. So there we go. We've got our landing struts out. We're going to go ahead and just power up a little bit. Yeah, there's no way to even like mitigate the speed gain. I just don't have a way to. Let's see. Fine controls 2, 1, 0. Yeah, even that is going to give me just enough lift. So that's the kind of thing that we're dealing with here, and we'll have to hopefully, yeah, because it's like if you press it even more than the lightest of taps, it's going to immediately cause you to start going up again. All right, there's our shadow. Alright. Okay. Bleeding off speed as much as we can here without going overboard. And doing good. Actually doing real good. I am pleased. Every time I say I am pleased, I think of the king of all cosmos. Whenever you beat the level. I am so pleased. Let's see. That would be a great crossover. Katamari Damacy and Kerbal Space Program. Tell me that's not freaking brilliant and somehow makes sense. Again, I might be suffering from Lander's high, which is the high you get whenever you're pretty sure you're going to crash into the surface of the planet any second now. Alright. Okay, we're actually doing really good. Keeping it steady, keeping it stable. And there we go, before we start gaining height again. Okay, still tons of wobble. That's not the main problem at hand here. Okay. Alright, oh. Alright, and it looks like we're gonna just barely nail it. Oh, so floaty. So very floaty. Oh my goodness, and we're on Minmus. Oh god, it's still, like, the legs are just springy enough to really make me concerned. I'm wondering if I should, like, disengage this one here. Will that be bad? Okay, I'm not gonna do it. Instead, I'm gonna do quick save. And then do it. Just to see. Raise. Okay, we raise that leg. And then, very carefully, raise this leg. Is that going to do anything? No, not really. Alright, and raise leg. Oh, very careful. Oh, thank you, RCS. But no thank you. Stop it. The SAS is trying to keep us afloat, which is very kind of it, but a little nerve-wracking at the moment. Oh, look at that. So gently. There we go. That looks a little more stable to me. Alright. Lower legs. Oh, that was bad. I really should have seen that one coming, but I wanted to see if maybe I could make it work in the way I wanted. Okay, so we're on Minmus. We'll do a little bit of exploring next episode, and then head back home, basically. That's pretty much all you can do on Minmus for the time being until we start making rovers, which is in the future, but not immediately, just right now. But yeah, this has been Cardboard Decoy playing Kerbal Space Program. If you have enjoyed, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, next time we will be playing around on Minmus, all that blah blah blah. I just said that. What am I doing repeating myself? Until then, have fun.